All right, family. Last but not least, we're going to do our college basketball. Now, college basketball is by far the most fixed sport that there is. They get these guys when they're young. They grab them. They tell them, say, listen, you're a tweener. You're probably not going to go that high in the draft. How you going to support your family? Maybe you miss a couple of shots. You do what's right. We're not telling you to throw the game, but instead of winning by 8, maybe you win by 5. The next thing you know, bada bing, bada boom. Guy's making some nice money. Doesn't really matter. He misses a couple shots. His free throw percentage goes down. Who gives a shit? If you think I'm wrong, Google Michael Francesi. He tells the story repeatedly on YouTube. Former member of the Mafia will explain in full detail how they grab these young guys when they're young and they expose them to a life of flash and cash. And if you think that the word black male is a coincidence, that they blackmail black males, you're crazy. Maybe you didn't think about that. But that's what you have me for. Tonight's NCAA. December 10th, 2019. The Gambling God here for you with a couple of nice matchups, starting with Maryland at Penn State. The undefeated Maryland Terrapins go into Penn State for their toughest test of the year. I like Maryland. Buy it up from 1.5 to 3.5. Maryland goes in to hostile territory against Penn State. I think Penn State gives them all that they want. Maryland takes it. I like Maryland money line, and I like Maryland plus 3.5. Next, Louisville at Texas Tech. Now, this is one of those games where when you turn on ESPN tonight at about 11 o'clock, you're going to see all the fans in Texas Tech storming the court. And that's because when you bet the number one seed like Louisville going into Texas Tech, you normally will bet them, and then you will be on the losing side of that because you think to yourself, well, how are they going to lose? They're the number one seed. They're undefeated. They have a little bird on their fucking outfit, and it looks cute and whatever. So these are the kinds of games that when you bet them, you think to yourself, I got this, they're the number one team. I don't want to hear any of that. When it comes to college basketball, I don't care who's ranked, who's not ranked, who's playing, who's not playing, who's in, who's out, who's suspended, who got raped, who went to the team priest, who got thrown off the team, who joined a team, who redshirted. It doesn't make a fucking difference. It only matters what Las Vegas wants. So when I look at these games and I see Louisville at Texas Tech on a Tuesday night, the 10th, after everybody who took the Eagles -9 probably got their balls beaten off, everybody who took the Patriots to win got their balls beaten off, who had Houston to beat Denver got their balls beaten off, I'm thinking to myself, everybody's going to jump on Louisville and see that little number 1. I'm taking Texas Tech plus 9. You want to get frisky, take Texas Tech on the money line. I'm not saying put a lot of money on it. What I'm telling you is that how often do you tune into ESPN and you see the fans storming the court? I'm asking. Think about it, okay? How often are you on the right side of that? Never. You are always on the side of it where the team that you bet on is having the opposing team storm the court. I'm not wrong. You know that. We're all on the wrong side of it. Nobody ever bets the team that storms the court. You don't hear these people. Who are these people? Do you talk to them? Do they ever in life, if you meet these people, have them call me. 347-861-7776. I want to talk to these people. I want to talk to the people who bet these home teams that upset the number 1 teams and like, oh yeah, I had $500 on Texas Tech when they upset Louisville. I don't hear anybody tell this story. And I talk to people about this shit every single day. No one tells me this. Ever. Ever. People only tell me, I had Louisville. They went into Texas Tech. They got their balls beaten off. I don't know what I was thinking. I turned on ESPN. They were storming the court. I should have. You want to take Louisville -7? You want to take Louisville money line? Fine. Go have a good time, okay? If you think they're going to lead from wire to wire, you're crazy. So I'm going to tell you what I told you last night, okay, with the Giants. Take Texas Tech plus 9. When Texas Tech goes up and they're ahead of Louisville, and everybody that took Louisville is scared to death that they're going to lose their money and they start hedging their money off, that's when you take Louisville. Because if you took the Philadelphia Eagles last night like I told you to, when they were down 17-3, you won. That's when you need to bet these teams. I told you to take Minnesota when they were down 20-0 to Denver. Guess what? When they were down 20-0, you know what they were in the money line? It was an insane number. If you took them, you won. They came back from a 20-0 deficit. It happens all the time. And the reason it happens is because these games are fixed. I'm not telling you Texas Tech is better than Louisville. This has nothing to do with athletic ability. This has to do with gambling. If you think these games are legitimate contests, you're crazy. They are put on for one reason and one reason only. They are put on to take your money. And the reason this is designed like this is so people see the number one team going into Texas Tech, an unranked team, -7, saying there's no way they lose this game. Go fuck yourself, okay? I have lived the misery of watching the opposing team run from the stands onto the floor and absolutely devour my team in front of my eyes. More times than I can count, okay? Literally, more times than I can count. So do me a favor. Take Texas Tech +9, buy it up from 7, monitor the game. When they go ahead, grab Louisville plus the points, and just like the Giants in Philly last night, you then can bang both sides of the bet. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to do anything more than that. This is the game right here. So to grab Texas Tech on the money line to possibly win, grab Texas Tech to lead at halftime outright on the money line, and grab Texas Tech to cover the first half spread. Last but not least, Butler at Baylor. I'm going to take Butler. Butler to win outright at Baylor. They're a 6-point underdog. Butler's a tough little team, well coached, fly under the radar, even though every year they contend. I say take Butler plus the 6, buy it up to +8 if you can get it. Same strategy. When they go ahead and Baylor is behind, grab Baylor plus the points. Take Butler to be ahead at halftime. Take Butler plus the points at halftime. These teams that are favored are down at halftime all the time. I told you last night to take Sacramento to be ahead of Houston at halftime. Sacramento was ahead of Houston at halftime, and they won the game. I told you to take the Giants to be ahead of Philadelphia at halftime. The Giants were ahead of Philadelphia at halftime, covered the 9, covered the 11, took the game to overtime, and anyone that took Philly when the Giants were ahead also won on my advice. Gambling God, December 10, take Maryland plus 3.5, take them outright to win. Take Texas Tech +9, buy it up to +7. Sorry, take Texas Tech +7, buy it up to +9. Grab them on the money line, monitor the game. When they go ahead, take Louisville plus the points. Take Texas Tech first half action +3.5. Take Texas Tech to be ahead at halftime. Take Butler +6. Buy it up to Butler +8. Take Butler on the money line as a value money line play. Take Butler to be ahead at halftime. Take Butler +3 for the first half action. Gambling God, Tuesday, December 10, 2019. That's your NCAA. We are steamrolling into January when conference play will begin. That is when the fun starts. This is a warm-up for your college basketball season. By far, the most fixed game. And when your second most fixed game, NFL, starts to exit stage left, that is when college basketball comes center stage. We'll be back tomorrow with more picks for you. The Gambling God signing off Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. It's fixed. The games are not real. It's fake. It's fixed. If I know the spread, Coach K knows the spread. Gambling God, I'm out.